Hey guys, it's Juju6 or Sarah. Today I'll be doing an album review on Paramore's self-titled album, which will be released this Tuesday, April 9th. They're signed to Fueled by Ramen, and they're a pop rock or pop punk band. Now, if you don't know Paramore, a lot of people have been anticipating this album for quite some time now, since their last release was Brand New Eyes, which came out in 2009. A lot of people were curious about how they were going to sound since the Farrell brothers left the band. From listening to this album from start to finish, you definitely can feel the absence of the Farrell brothers. The track listing will be down below into the description along with my song ratings, so if you don't know the track listing, check down below. Because I won't be naming in this video. To start off the album, there's a lot of really great, fast-paced songs that really grab you right in. Fast Car is a good example of that. This is the first song on the album, and it has a completely different vibe to it, which I kind of will expect from each song off this album. And the lyrics definitely talk about their past regarding the band, and they talk about moving forward with it as well. Overall, the song is just really fun to listen to, very upbeat and different, and it was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed it a lot. The first single off this album, which is the second song on the track, is called Now. A lot of people listening to this were kind of discouraged, but I think it took people some getting used to really enjoy this song. At least for me it did. After the first few listens, the song became very addicting. I started really loving the cool dance beat it gives off in the background with the synths and the drums. And the lyrics for this are some of the best Paramore's written. Change in vocals is something to get used to as well, but they're still really great. Another song that was really fun is Ain't It Fun. This song was really cool because it had this really awesome bass line that really added to the whole entire song. It was definitely a focal point. The song has a really cool funky groove. It's a very fun song to listen to. And it has one of the most soulful vocals from Hayley Williams that I've ever heard. And the bridge has this awesome choir part to make the song sound really old school, kind of, with that old school chorus, if that makes any sense. Overall, I really did love this song too, because it was so different, but they pulled it off beautifully. Another cool song that really caught my attention was part 2. The lyrics start off with the same lyrics of Let the Flames Begin, and I think it adds more meaning to the song itself. It definitely talks about the past, good and bad, with the band. It has a completely different vibe though than Let the Flames Begin. It definitely, I thought, was really cool, and I liked how they reflected back to a song that they did with the Farrell brothers. Last Hope was a song I surprisingly enjoyed a lot. For the most part, this song is very slow and depressing, but towards the end of the song it becomes more hopeful and the emotion of the lyrics change. And when the emotion of the lyrics change, Hayley's vocals kind of change. So it's almost like she's not faking it when she's singing this song. She can really sing and have meaning to what she's singing. Still Into You is the second single that was released from the album, and this song I really loved a lot better than Now. It's definitely one of the catchiest songs on the album, and the chorus hook will stay in your brain. And it also proves that Hayley's got this really cool, like, sassy style to her with the vocals and how they were on this song. Another song I really enjoyed but kind of got lost in it when it hit towards the end was Future, the last track on the album. This song was really one of the best lyrically. It's very slow and soft and quiet, and I think this song is meant to be kind of remembrance of the old members in Paramore and just talk about their future as a band. And I thought it was really cool that they put this song last. My only complaint about it was a little too long, and the little instrumental breakdowns they kind of had in the song didn't really add a lot, and I felt like the big length of the song was just too much. And you kind of get tired of listening to it when it gets towards the end. Once you think it's over, it's really not over, the song. It just kind of continues. And I just wish they made it a little bit shorter. But I really overall enjoyed that song for the most part. So overall, you can't say that this album sounds like a previous Paramore album, because it doesn't absolutely compare to the previous Paramore albums. Lyrically, they definitely talk about what the band's gone through, and it definitely adds a twist on the lyrical themes that they used to talk about in their previous albums. They used so many different kinds of styles on this album that worked really well together, and they pulled it off. They had some like almost 80s kind of influences, some 60s pop influences on this album, some really cool like funk, almost like disco on this album, and I definitely could hear some like No Doubt influences with a little bit of Jimmy Eat World in it. It was actually really interesting. The small electronics in this album did not overwhelm any of the songs like I thought they would, and I'm really proud of Paramore for not having so much electronic, because it would just make it sound way too overproduced, and they definitely did not do that with this album. A lot of the songs are really fun and upbeat, and many of the choruses really get stuck in your head. The slow songs are really thoughtful and for the most part reflect on their journey as a band, and some of the songs, like I said with Future, can be a little bit too long and get tiresome. The only thing I did not like on this album, which Album Review TV on his review did talk about, was the drums. In my opinion, a lot of the drum beats on most of the songs sounded the same, and they really weren't that unique, and you definitely could feel the absence of Zach Farrow's drumming. He's one of my favorite drummers, and it sucks that you can't hear that kind of style of drumming in this album, because I think it would have worked awesome. I just wish the drums were changed up more, added some more different, unique things to each song. Overall, I really loved this album though. It totally blew me away compared to what I thought it was going to be. I don't think it's better than the previous release, Brand New Eyes, but I think it's definitely a close runner-up, because they really proved that they would do an album without the Farrow brothers. They really proved that they could work as three members on their own, and they didn't really need anybody else, and they're kind of moving forward in their journey as a band. You definitely can feel the unity on this album. You definitely can feel all the band members doing their fair share equally and respectfully. Overall, I love this album, and it just really blew me away compared to my expectations. I'm so happy for Paramore to make a record like this. I'm even proud to say that I'm glad they called this their self-titled album, because it definitely shows with the lyrics that this is their self-titled album. Tell me what you guys thought of the album. Did you like it better than the previous releases? You know, what did you think? Also, I have a cool Paramore poster picture thing right there. I thought it was cool. Also, I have a side channel now, guys. If you did not watch my last review, I talked about it. Annotation will be up there somewhere. Go click on it and subscribe. I do vlogs, funny videos, every Monday and Friday. So, hope you enjoy this review, guys, and thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe.